You've landed on Palm Swipes After, a recap of this week's episode of Mom Swipes Left, a podcast about two middle aged women trying to convince themselves and others that they are actually middle aged, by which I mean that they think with all the drinking and smoking and whoring they do, they're going to live to be 100. I'm not continuing yet. I am. See, this is what happens when I don't read. I've been given instructions that I should not read. I should also center myself, except that it's confusing because if I move right, I move left. This is as centered as I'm going to get, and I'm not reading. But this is episode 10 about MSL episode 149. I'm your host, Pomme de terre, which means potato in French. And that's all. I think I've done that. On this week's show, let's see, we had a fan-fucking-tastic beer or gay bar quiz with fan Tim. Jen was a little too competitive about that, and yet still lost. The history of Merkins. So much more. A Crime Wing update. What else? I can't remember. It was yesterday that I listened to it. What do you want from me? I got starch in my brain. And that, oh, right. And I'm sorry, now I'm reading. Jen has nose cancer, which has spread to her brain from having ball HPV. But that's enough of a recap about that. I've also it's been suggested that I take more pot shots at our hosts, or swipes, you could call them. I had something I was going to say to that effect, but now I've forgotten again. So, join me next week when we find out if Jen can accept the fact that pubes are curly to hold in pheromone stink. We'll see if the next Fast and Furious movie is actually about Jen and Carol's pube regrowth. And hopefully, we'll hear Jen laugh uncontrollably again because somebody says pro bono and that makes her think of boners. Also, will Jenny be surprised by her not a surprise costume birthday party? And will her gynecologist's office answer the phone when Jennifer Douchebag comes calling? Will Carol whip out more SAT words like diaphanous? When will we finally get those MSL branded Merkins? And will Jen and Carol start their PI agency? Never, probably. But tune in and you'll find out.